guys, and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time tuning in, then hey girl, how you doing? I'm Claudia. I do videos on beauty, fashion and lifestyle vlogs. So if you are into any of that, you're definitely at the right place. I really hope that you do decide on staying, subscribing and becoming part of the family. And if you are a returnee, a sabi honey, then thank you so much for stopping back by. As you can tell by the title, today we have a natural hair video. And a lot of you might know this already, that I'm quite scared of using heat on my natural hair. So I try to shy away from heat as much as possible, especially considering the fact that I have high porosity hair, meaning that water, oils and any other products can easily be absorbed, meaning my hair may not be able to retain as much moisture as other hair types. So having that in mind and also thinking about using heat at the same time literally just adds up to a recipe of disaster. So today I am going to be straightening my natural hair using no heat. That's right girl. So if you're like me and you're probably scared of heat damage because your hair falls out easily or it dries up easily, then do keep on watching and let's see how I go about straightening out this hair. So I literally just jumped out of the shower, hence my hair is under the shower cap. It is freshly washed and it felt so good removing that shower cap. All I'm doing right now is just stretching my hair a little bit with my hands just so I can be able to grab it from the roots. Now what I have is some leave-in conditioner and water mixed in this bottle, and I'm just spraying that onto my hair just to soften it up a little bit and also to hydrate it even further, because my hair soaks up any moisture really easily. And then I'll start by parting my hair with this white tooth comb, and I'm doing like rough partings because I will not be like keeping this in for too long, just for a couple of days. I'm gonna part my hair, and for this whole entire method we are going to use thread. So this is the African threading method. This is one of the most easiest and even most effective way to stretch out your natural hair without using any heat. So all I'm doing is detangling my hair with this white tooth comb. Now detangling your hair prior to the thread makes it much more effective in terms of stretching out the hair. Then I'm gonna use my mixture of olive oil and amla oil, and I'm gonna apply that to the part that I already detangled, and I'm just sealing in all that moisture. So the thing that I found with this thread or wool or yarn, whatever you will be using, is that it can dry out your hair. Hence, I'm using some oil on it just to hydrate it a little bit. But if you can find that rubber thread, you know, the one that is kind of shiny, this one, then it would be a lot better because it will avoid your natural hair from drying out. Now you also don't need a lot of this thread. I made jumbo plaits because, like I mentioned, I was going to remove this a few days later. So I doubled the thread because I want it to give more volume to the hair. So my hair is really thick. If your hair is much more thicker than mine, you might want to do the plaits a little bit more smaller, or you're parting much more smaller so you can get that effective stretched out hair. But I was a little bit lazy child, and also I just wanted my hair to be stretched out a little bit for the next style. So all I do is wrap my yarn or my thread around my hair all the way until the end. So you really want to wrap it until the very end of your hair. You can even go beyond, because that's gonna make the hair look really stretched out. Also realized, like whilst I was doing all this thread, that this is also like a really good way to get those ends, like, you know, those dead ends that you want to like chop off, and you also always wanted to get your ends trimmed. This would also be the right time to like do your trimming, because you get your thread to the very end, so it shows you like the dead ends and how it thins out at the end. So this would also work when trimming your hair. Now the magic that this African thread does compared to plaitings or cornrows is that African threading takes the cake, okay? You can use yarn or thread in whatever color you prefer, as this is also a very good protective hairstyle. So you can end up also styling your hair, keeping in the styles for a couple of weeks or so, or a few days or so. So you can end up styling your hair like this, or even like this. This was actually my first time trying out the threading method on my natural hair by myself, and it was as easy as that. You could literally like do this, or like I achieved this in less than 10 minutes. It was so much easy, and it is perfect prior to braiding your hair or like styling your hair, like I mentioned. So one of the things that I have recently, well, not recently, but that I've also noticed of recent, is that African threading is also used for hair growth and length retention. So not only for like just blowing out your hair or like stretching it out, but also for growth and for retaining that length. And how that works is that protective styling makes it easier for kinky hair to retain length as it grows. It keeps your hair well covered and free from anyone messing with it as it grows naturally. Your hair is safely covered by the thread that's wrapped around it. So it's a protective style that leads to hair growth and length retention. So all I'm doing is just hydrating it further and then just oiling it a little bit more. And now I'm just plaiting it down, showing you guys you can like plait it down or braid it down, just to keep it intact so it doesn't stand so wild. And then just put it together at the end, making sure that it's not too tight and it doesn't pull from your scalp. And if you can also see up close, I didn't pull the thread, or I didn't do it too tight at the scalp. You also want to promote blood flow, so you want to keep it as loose as possible at the scalp. Now this is a couple of days later, and as you can see, it is old. I literally rocked the style, just threw on my cap, threw on some head scarves, and I was out of the door. All I'm doing now, and what I've been doing the entire week, was just spray some of my leave-in conditioner on my hair just to hydrate it. This is something that I do without fail. I have to have to hydrate my hair with water at least twice a day, and then also oil it a little bit, you know, especially my scalp, because I don't want a cracky dry scalp. And then all I do is unravel the thread and see how my hair is stretched out. Now I can remember growing up that my mom used to do this hairstyle on my hair. I used to like run away because I hated this style so much. I felt like it was so ugly. Now just know my mom don't know how to braid. So this was the only style that she could do. She did it with pantyhose. I'll insert a picture of that. That's what we called it, pantyhose. So she did it with that. You use brown or you use black. It's nice and it's stretchy as well. So she would do it like this prior to getting my hair braided, because I am tender-headed. I used to cry. So my mom was like, I'm gonna stretch out your hair with this first, and this was also my protective hairstyle. So do comment down below if you remember this, and if you also ran away from this threading hairstyles when you were much more younger, because this brings back so much memory. Now my hair is unthread, and it actually ended up looking like dreadlocks. It kind of took me back to that time where I had my dreadlocks in, and I was so obsessed with my dreads, you guys. I don't know why I chopped it off, but anyways, it kind of gave me that dreadlocks vibe. You guys also see the waves. Now if you use the shiny rubber bands, like I mentioned, the shiny rubber thread or whatever, it would not give that, you know, those wave kind of look, because you'll be sealing it completely. Now I did have like gaps in between the thread when I did it around my hair, because that's the lazy way to do it. But if you tighten it up, you don't leave any space in between your threads or your rolls, then you will not get this wavy look. You will get like straight, bone straight, stretched out hair. So all I'm doing right now, I have my hair oiled and I'm gonna finger detangle each part. I prefer finger detangling because less pain, less tension on my hair, and also I just avoid all the breakage. And it was so easy to detangle this hair. Like I used my finger literally to detangle it. It was so easy, and what made it so much easier is the fact that I detangled it prior to threading it. So that's why I say it's very important to detangle it prior to threading, and this threading method works on any type of hair. Like your hair can be really short, it will still stretch out that hair. Then I use my brush and I'm just gonna further brush out this wavy looks, and yeah, that's how my hair is stretched, you guys. I can go ahead and I can start styling my hair. I'll show you guys what it looked like before and what it looks like now, and I'm just playing around because I can't believe that's all mine. I have a head full of hair, and I wouldn't have known if I didn't like stretch it out. This was such an effective and really easy way to stretch out my natural hair. But also, do you guys see that afro? Like, baby. It's also really shiny and hydrated, so it's not dry, it doesn't look ashy. This is the pantyhose that I've been talking about, the one that you wear under your dresses or whatsoever. That's it. I use this to do a puff, you know, a puff up or whatever you want to call this. My puff bun, yes, a puff bun, that's what you call it. So yeah, that's how it looks like, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you found it effective. Comment down below if you have tried out African threading before and if it worked for you. Also let me know if you know this hairstyle or this protective style since you were younger. I would love to interact with you guys in the comment section. Don't forget to share with your friends and your girlfriends so we can grow together. Thank you so much once more for watching. Do stay safe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.